to this week's episode of the Silverwood Show podcast. I'm your host, SJ, Sara Jean, whatever you want to call me. And I got Jordan here, and we have really awesome guests this week. And we're going to kind of split this thing up, right?
Yes.
So let's just get into the meat of it, because this guy was on The Walking Dead, which is like super cool. We were like in the midst of a celebrity during this interview, and
yeah, we're really lucky to have him as
Yeah.
part of it. And you probably have seen him walking around doing his zombie drool and all that, maybe even on TV.
yeah, TV here in the park. Either
Billboards.
way, now's your chance to meet him. Let's bring in Robert Dixon, also known as Bub the Zombie.
The Big Drop.
And we are back with another very spooky guest. And I don't know that I've really seen you out of makeup, but we've got Robert Dixon here. He is Bub the Zombie. And you probably know him from his mouth goo. Because his mouth goo, his drool is just absolutely... It's the one thing that can actually make me go, "Ugh." He's so good at it. He's so good at it. But he's here with us. And so tell us, how long have you been perfecting your zombie art here at Scarywood?
I started doing this back in 1984.
1984. So you were a zombie before.
No, I worked with Elvira at Knott's Berry Farm.
Okay. So you've been in the parks industry, and that's why you're so good at this. And when did you start at Scarywood?
Last year.
Last year.
Last year was the first
Yeah,
year.
last year.
Really?
Yeah. It was awesome.
Wow. So when I met you last year, that was your first year?
Here.
Yes.
I know, but like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, when you've been doing it since
I know.
1984,
Still,
it's a little different.
Like, I was just mind blown.
It's not a normal first year.
Absolutely mind blown. And so you plan on sticking with us for like ever? We're keeping you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
good.
better
Good.
keep.
I can just be buried somewhere.
Okay, perfect. And you can
Or
just
just be a
rise from
zombie
the dead.
everywhere.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
we go.
Even during the regular season.
Yeah.
Regular season,
I
perfect.
can just pop out somewhere.
So what do you do in the regular season, in the off season? What's your normal?
I compete professionally in Spartan races.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's really
I've been doing
cool.
that for over 13 years now.
Okay,
Wow.
very nice.
Yeah, I played semi-pro rugby
Okay,
for 12,
I could see that.
and then I jumped into
The Spartan races.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And then in between all that, I was working in the movie industry.
Okay, because you have some zombie movie background too, right?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead and tell everybody.
Yeah, I worked in the Walking Dead series, seasons 1 and 2.
Yes.
As
I
a
tell
walker.
everybody that.
That's amazing.
That's my bragging rights. Like, you worked on The Walking Dead.
How was that? Like,
yeah, what was it like?
It
how
was
much of that inspired who you are today with your zombie?
100%. Yeah, because one of the characters I did in season 2 was similar to what I do here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
exactly, that character
Yeah.
that I brought to life.
I could recognize it. That's why, and
Yeah, he was in season 2, he was like the main roamer. So every time, shots were taken or there was, they were going into certain areas or whatever, you would always get a glimpse of me walking past.
That's so cool.
it makes me want to go pull up all my
I know.
Walking Dead and just like get all the clips, put
but
them
the
together.
makeup was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
How long would it take them
It would
to get you ready?
take, just for prosthetics and makeup alone, it was over close to 4 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little bit different than what we have to do here.
Ah,
Yeah. I mean, the fact what they do and like how long does your makeup take here?
What, 35?
Probably
maybe 40 minutes. I kind of like tell them
Yeah.
to keep
Yeah.
going, keep going,
Yeah.
keep going.
And they do
Yeah.
such a great job, and it looks so amazing here.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine after 4 hours.
Oh, I did a character
wow.
for Universal probably in 95. And that makeup and costuming alone, just to get ready, took me almost 5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And then how long were your days on set? What was a typical day like?
6 to 8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
After makeup or with makeup?
No, you come in pre and you sit and you have
So
your
a
own
whole day.
you have your own private or
Yeah.
special makeup artist that
Yeah.
does, because they know the
Yeah.
prosthetics
Yeah.
they're doing. They know your character inside and out. They tweak it. They do
Yeah.
anything like that. So you sit with them and they do everything.
Wow.
Then it's costuming, and then it's on set, and then obviously we know how that runs.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you film for maybe an hour, and then there's breaks.
Yeah.
There's do-overs. There's
Retakes and
like 12-hour days.
Wow.
So he's got some background
Yeah.
in this.
Just
You've
a little.
definitely spent a little bit of
Yeah,
time
that's what you call a
perfecting your
great
art.
resume.
Yeah. So we basically had our clown who's now a clown.
Yes.
And you're basically a zombie in real life too. So I mean, that's fantastic. Yeah. I love seeing something work out like that.
How about like going back to what got you into this business?
I was 12, 13, I guess, and my brother was working at Knott's Berry Farm when they first started.
Not Scary Farm?
Yeah, back
Okay.
in the 70s.
Oh.
So that was like 76.
Yeah.
And I went with them one day, and that was it.
You just
Plus,
knew.
I had an aunt that worked for Disney. She was one of the mermaids in the
Oh, that's so
lagoon
cool.
back in the 60s.
Okay.
And she did character work, and she was also in tons of movies.
Yeah.
She was.
That's really cool.
Yeah, she was involved in. I couldn't even count them from the 60s into the 70s.
That's amazing.
So
So it's
she
in your
was-
blood.
So,
Yeah,
and she would
yeah.
take me to set all the time back then. So
That's amazing.
I just, I was
Yeah.
I was the little guy that was just like in awe.
Mesmerized
So I
by
got to meet
everything.
like so many people from
Yeah.
back in that era. That was just amazing.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's so cool.
Phenomenal.
And then going into, I mean, you said 84 was your first year, and that was that at Not Scary Farm?
Correct.
And what was your character back then?
I was one of the original sliders. So
Oh,
yeah, it was me
okay.
and 3 other guys, and that was it.
Wow.
They-
He's a slider too.
Yeah,
Not
he's a,
any- well,
But you were, yeah. We wouldn't be running Spartan races probably if we were still a slider. But yeah.
I don't know
right
if the
on.
grandpa knees would take it.
But you could teach our young bucks
Yeah,
a few
I'm
things.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first characters they developed. In fact, because they never had anything like that, and for some reason that year they're like, we gotta, this is something that we want to bring out. So
how did that whole thing start? Because now it's so iconic. Everywhere has sliders, but I mean, it started really with you guys.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was really no one ever heard of like, as far as I know, I don't remember any sliders back because that was season 83, 84. Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't remember ever.
Yeah.
And I used to go to tons of, all the home haunts
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You never saw anything.
Yeah. I wonder who the person was. It was just like, I'm going to create this character that slides and sparks and does all the things.
I have no
and-
idea because
Yeah.
when we went in for what our characters were going to
Yeah.
be, because they mold and they cast everything for
Yeah.
us, they were kind of throwing the idea like, hey, these guys are going to be like sliding and stuff, and we were like, slide, we were all
Yeah. Trying
we
to
all,
picture it.
Yeah, we all skated and
Yeah,
everything like that.
yeah.
So to us, it was like cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do this every day. But, and then it just spawned from there. And like you said, it's just, you can go any haunt and there's sliders,
Yeah.
Yep.
just like chainsaw.
Right.
Yeah.
Knott's
Such a big
never
thing.
had a chainsaw person ever until, I think it wasn't until the mid 80s that
Wow.
we saw like the first guy with a saw.
Wow.
And now it's
It's a
iconic.
goal- yeah.
You have to have it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to have a crew now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was up at Universal doing HHN and all that,
Yeah.
I was the sergeant for the chainsaw crew,
Nice.
and it's the best when you
Mm-hmm.
get and we had free roam at the park back then, so they were just like,
Anywhere.
take your team and off you go.
That's awesome. That's so fun.
I mean, just literally like the horror master
The background.
right here.
Well, and then
Yeah.
you throw out a name like Elvira. I mean,
Yeah.
how iconic is that name? What was that whole
Yeah.
experience like?
She's amazing. She was amazing. She's
Yeah.
like the sweetest woman in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, she did the show there at Knott's because she did the original starting the show.
Okay.
At, I think, what is it, the Good Time Theaters or whatever it was. Yeah. So myself and 5 other guys, she had her stage characters,
Yeah.
the creatures that came out for her show. We weren't that. We were like the VIP characters that would walk with her around the park
Okay.
on her breaks because
Yeah.
she loved walking around the park and meeting everybody and pictures. And I mean, that's how she was back then.
Yeah.
So
Character bodyguards.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what we did.
That's awesome.
And then we were part of the hanging.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
back in the old days when the hanging was really good.
Yeah.
When
Right.
when the witch was brought down,
Yeah.
you know, in the
Man, there's
To be able to
so much
experience
history.
that, yeah.
So, and coming to Scarywood now, like that transition, I know you've talked about it. You're like, it feels like old knots. Like, what? Describe that. What does that mean to you?
Well, like last year when I first came and we walked around and stuff, I was just like, it was like memory lane to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was back in knots again. It was just the atmosphere, the people, the way people are, super relaxed, you know.
Little nostalgia,
Just open for all kinds of ideas, you know, just all that stuff. And right there that's how it was.
Yeah.
You know, everyone put their input in. If you had ideas or anything like that, it was like extremely well taken.
Yeah.
And you'd see it.
Yeah.
You'd see it, you know,
It's
be
so
out.
true. Yeah.
And that's when
awesome.
I walked in, I was just like,
Oh,
wow, this
I
is
love that.
like total memory.
Yeah.
I was
Which
like
is great.
just sitting down there right now.
Oh my gosh.
It was just like my head
favorite,
was just going like, you know, I was thinking like back in the, you know, I was going that far back, just going, wow, this place is so much like.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's so cool, and to see just where you were to where you are now, and all the interweaving stories that happen, and now that you're here and you're such an iconic character. I mean, it's so fun to watch people take pictures of you, and
Seriously.
and we love taking video of you
Oh my
because
gosh,
it's
you're
amazing.
by far like the most photogenic
Yes.
of anyone. Oh, those ones that you guys did for the advertising, like, and that's when I had to step out because of the goo, and I was like, I can't. You're just so good at it. It's just incredible. But I'll be like going through photos for social media and things like that, and just everything that anyone's ever taken of you is just perfect. Yeah. So that's all I need.
Oh,
I'm good.
it's
I'm good to
great.
go. So yeah, you do just a phenomenal job at your art.
even the front, you know, before opening.
Yeah.
That just totally reminds me of,
Yeah.
you know, I walked up there the other night and I was just like,
Yeah, that's so
you
cool.
know, wow. I had to like stop and pause because I'm like, am I going back in time? Because it was so much like that.
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing about it. We have to give this guy so much credit for everything that, I mean, honestly, that
1,000%.
it's incredible the way that his brain works, and just even watching him throughout the season before Scarywood even starts.
Yeah, you
And
see all the stuff.
I mean, it's nonstop, and this just really
It should be.
the passion
That's
behind it is
definitely.
awesome, and
100%.
Well, it's so much fun, and I feel like horror, in a sense, is like true storytelling.
Correct.
Because you can go into these areas where people really can't touch.
Yeah.
Besides in like this one vein of storytelling, and you look at people like Jordan Peele and all these stories that are like really creepy and really really good, but they're down this one avenue that is so unique. And I would say maybe comedics like stand-up comedy is very similar in the way that you can get across what, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to really explain it, but you can really say what the people are thinking. And I think with horror, you can really display what the people are thinking.
Correct.
Yeah.
100%.
So much. And
Yeah.
you do a great job
Well,
of it, Jordan.
Fantastic job.
It's really
Fantastic.
fun.
And that's what it should be.
It should be, and that's what we tell everybody. If it's not fun, what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're scaring people. That's always fun.
Yeah. And you're getting paid.
Yeah,
Exactly. And that's why this guy's scaring people year round. So
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, you've been proud of me. There was a time where I dressed up as a coat rack. Right next to her desk.
He literally took the coat rack from next to my desk and became the coat rack and had the coats.
I was standing here like this.
hats, everything dressed all in brown, full on. Like, it was the one time, you know, like you have those nightmares where you can't scream because you're so scared. Just nothing came out. It was just like,
Which was
deer in
kind
a
of disappointing to me.
Yeah, 'cause he wanted to get a good scream, but I pretty much had a heart attack and almost died. So
Yeah.
there was that.
Well, good.
That's phenomenal.
So good.
Yeah.
So
For you, when you're out there in the middle of the night, what's your favorite thing about it?
yeah.
The interaction with the people. Yeah. It really is.
Yeah.
You know, it's that interaction. It's that when, you know, somebody just walks by and then they turn and they're in awe, just like, and that's, you know, it's rewarding.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, it makes you work even harder. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I mean, all the characters that I've done for all those years, I still never, you know, to me, it was like every night was like a new night no matter how many times I did that character, or no matter how many times I was going to be that character. It was a new night and it was a new beginning, you know, and I just love that. But the people, it's the people, you know, that interaction and just seeing their, you know, their faces and they're just in awe. And like you say, you know, they walk by and they're like, oh my God, he's drooling. What is that? You know, and then, you know, it's just like, it's hearing that kind of stuff is like, it's rewarding. You know, it's like a pat on the back.
For sure.
It for sure is. Yeah. It's a 5-star review. That's what it is. Truly, like in real time.
It's so cool. It's such a cool feeling. And if you really enjoy doing this, or you really enjoy, you know, working in, you know, atmospheres like this, it's like it's 100% rewarding. You know, when you have a good crew, a good staff, a good everything, a good backbone. You know, that's there with you, that encourages and everything like that. It's like, oh my God, you don't want to stop.
So true.
You know?
The first time I saw you guys do the heartbeat. Before everything kicks off, you know, and then the flat line, and that for me, it was like, wow. They are a family.
For those listening, we do this thing called Heart of the Haunt, and at the end of each, we do notes and we talk about what's coming up and all that stuff, and we do this Heart of the Haunt where we do like a heartbeat and a flat line, and we yell Carpe Noctem, which means seize the night. That started before I was here, so that's been going for a long time, but I think it's one of those things that just unites people. They're like, at first they're like, this is kind of silly. But at the end, they're like, we're together. Let's do it. And we're all we got, because we're going to create our own energy and we're going to scare everybody out there. And you got to have that mindset, because
100%.
I mean, how many times is it like you see people that just get defeated because they don't scare everybody?
And really, I got goosebumps. It's my favorite part.
It just becomes like a big family, and the family looks out after each other.
They really do.
Like everywhere I've worked, even when I was on The Walking Dead, everyone was like a family. You know, everybody kind of was like, you know,
there's a whole different sense of understanding.
It really is, unless you're in it or you're developing it, creating it, like you know, and all that kind of stuff. It's just like you don't know until you are in the middle of it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what I love too. So, but it's so fun watching you. Do you ever get to be a guest? Or you always working?
Yeah, but you haven't been a guest. He just works.
Yeah. Do you have any other?
He's moved to. He's like tonight. He's going to be in the Swine.
Oh.
Yeah. Right? So he's done some other positions, and the thing is, we trust him so much. We're like, you're a roamer, just do whatever you want.
Because you will. You'll pop up in the most random places, and I'm like, is there a zombie? Wait, huh?
Well, a funny story about him. Last year, we sent him on a loop, right? And he's like in his zombie costume outfit, and he doesn't break character. He is who he is. And I don't know, it took you like 4 hours to get around. I think it was.
It took me 4 hours, and I didn't get to the end.
I will say this for producer Jay, since he can't talk right now, but you got him. It was like the things hadn't even started. This is how much he does not break character. Was it backstage, Jay?
It was the
entrance to Swine, and nobody's around, and you're just coming at him slowly, you know, doing your zombie walk, and Jay's like looking around like, is this guy gonna actually come and get me?
But I think that is a good point. Like, there's so many people that like they try to depend on the speed, right? Well, for you, it's more about the slow pace that is scary. So, can you talk a little bit about that, like that difference for you, your mindset?
Well, I mean, for that, you get trained. Like when I was on the series, I was basically trained because they have characters for you as walkers. You know, when they look and they kind of have, okay, he's going to be one of the main top 10 or whatever like that. You literally get trained with that character. So they show you all the ins and outs, what they're looking for and stuff. So I just developed that.
Yeah.
And they said the slower you are, the more menacing you're going to be.
Yeah.
And that's where I got it.
It works.
And that's what worked on Jay over there. So it's like,
and I did the same thing. I drooled anytime there was close-ups or anything like that. You know, I drooled out.
Yeah.
You know, no noise, because that's the most scariest thing. It's like you don't know what this guy's going to do, and he's moving so slow. What you almost get you get memorized by them, because you're just in awe staring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's true.
That's so cool.
It is. It's like looking at a flame, honestly, like when you're at a campfire or something and you just kind of get lost in it. Watching you is the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
seriously,
100%.
definitely.
It was like it was taught to me, and then you develop it like any other character
Right.
you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You study it and you understand it,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm gonna perfect it.
If you couldn't be a zombie, what would you be? What would be the next
I've
monster?
if you could be anything.
Maybe that you haven't done before.
Yeah, what haven't you done before?
Yeah, right? Is there anything left?
I don't know, because I've done so many different characters.
Yeah.
It's just, and like I said, when I get assigned a character or they pull me aside and said, this is what we're going to do. This is our idea. It's like I immerse into it and I study it and I do. I mean, I've done so many. One of my favorites though was this demon character for, I think that was Paramount Studios.
Yeah.
And just insane costuming and makeup. That was another 3 hours.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
He would make a great demon.
Yeah.
Especially if
And
he
it
wore those
was like-
contacts.
it was just like a full body suit with the hands and the hooves and
Ooh, the
I
hooves.
had the big horns, and I mean it was just
Yeah.
Extravagant.
I even like kind of stood there in awe when I was like in full costume and went,
What was
whoa,
that mean?
wait a
amazing.
second. Wait a second. But then to step out and become that character, and it was the same thing. I wasn't a speed demon or anything like that. I walked gradually and I just kind of just roamed around and
The hooves. I just envision those hooves.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
Yeah.
like it.
I mean, I think some of that is the scariest part, is just like someone who knows I don't have to run.
no.
I'm going to get you no matter what.
Yeah.
Right. So I applaud all of that. Very good.
Seriously.
No, it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it's a stalking technique.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really what it is.
Yeah.
And even when with the zombie character,
Yeah.
whatever, it's like, I'm not running, I'm not screaming, I'm not yelling, I'm not
Stalking.
verbally making any noise. It's a stalking.
It's a stalking.
And you don't know what, I pause and you don't know like what's happening. But then like you said, you come around the corner and it's like, how did he get
Where
here?
did he get here? Yeah,
it's
exactly.
stalking.
It's the stalking. Well, if any of our listeners would like to come get stalked by Bubs the zombie, did you say Bubs?
Yeah.
Bubs. Bub the zombie. I love that name. It's so, Bub the zombie. You got to come on out to Scarywood. He is roaming often, but most times you can find him over by Corkscrew, correct? That's where I see you the most, or
Corkscrew,
no? Yeah.
Super Roundup,
Super
that area.
Roundup,
Yeah.
that area.
Yeah, Scrambler.
So yeah, come on out. Yes, we have a celebrity in our midst. So come check him out. Come out to Scarywood. And Jordan, is that our final guest?
That's our final guest. Yeah.
It's our final
Oh,
guest, you guys.
nice.
So we saved the best for last, right?
Well, thank
Don't
you.
let
I'm not
everybody
saying
else hear
I'm not
that.
saying that. Yeah, they'll be mad
No,
at me.
that's
But
no.
yeah. But with the one zombie, we had a lot of
Yes.
clowns, and then we had our zombies. So thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us, and
Thank
for
you.
everybody listening. Make sure that you sign up to be a loyal listener. We could be calling you next at silverwoodthemepark.com/podcast. And that's a wrap on this week's ride.
That wasn't even that scary.
Thanks for tuning in to The Silverwood Show. If you had a blast, make sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share the fun with your fellow thrill seekers. Got a question, story, or suggestion? Send it our way to podcast@silverwoodthemepark.com for a chance to be featured in our Mail Train segment. Until next time, keep your hands and feet inside the podcast and stay thrilling.
Let's go again.
Silverwood, come join